Hello guys, today I am going to show you how to configure the firewall on the Linux, and the name of that firewall is UFW. It is called the uncomplicated firewall. It is a front end for IP tables. Basically, IP tables are set of rules that applies on the network about who can access are not allowed or not allowed to access the system. Basically, it is packet filtering system uh, with the help of net filter. So front end uncomplicated firewall is a front end for IP tables and is particularly well suited for host-based firewalls. UFW provides a framework for managing NetFilter as well as command line interface for manipulating the firewall. So today I'll show you how to set up the firewall in this demo, and I'll show you how to configure from one system and try to access the other system. So the very first one, I log into the system where we have a firewall and run this command sudo ufw reset just to reset the firewall. The next step, I'll stop the firewall on this system. Sudo service firewall stop. And check the status. So here you can see I am able to log into my main server. In other words, I can call it the target server, and I can show you the IP address and now I'm going to exit and set it up the firewall on it to show you that how the firewall works after the setup. So to my target server where I previously accessed through the SSH from the other server, and now I switch back to the UFW server, and we want to WF to block any and all incoming connections unless specified, and we want to allow our machine to connect to any other machine. This will help keep our system secure. To do this, block all incoming traffic while allowing all outgoing traffic. So in this part, I'm going to deny all incoming traffic, but allow the outgoing traffic. So the command I'm going to use is sudo ufw default deny incoming. So it is completed, and then I will allow outgoing traffic. So both have been set up. Then in the next part, block all incoming SSH connection. For that, I'll use deny SSH. I can use the port as well, but so this command tells firewall to block any incoming traffic using the SSH protocol. Um, you should see UFW confirm the rule change. Alternate, you can also block SSH port 2. So that rather than saying deny SSH, you can put deny 22, which is a port number, and it will show this. It will give the same result. So also, I'll in the next step, I'll deny the telnet. So So in order to use the server, we need to open few common ports to allow information from web server and mail application. So these are individual changes we need to make after blocking all the incoming traffic. So just to keep that channels open for information to be accessed, I need to open couple of ports like port 80 HTTP, then port 143, 587, 1110, and 443. So for that, allow port 80, port 143, port 587, and port 1110, and port 443. So after updating any rule in UFW, stop and restart it. So for that, um, I'm going to type this command sudo UFW enable, and it is enabled, and you can check the rules whatever we set it up with the status command. And here you can see we have set up all those the ports we open, TCP denied anywhere, 22, 23, and the other ports we just opened it. Now I'm going back to my attacking server and try to connect. So now you can see that access is denied. Previously, we were able to connect without an issue after providing the password, but here it is blocked now. And let's check if with the open port, if so we open port 80. So let's see if that is possible to connect. One ladder, and you will see that web server contacted on port 80 and the HTTP headers retrieved. So all these HTTP headers are retrieved. Why is it able to make the connection with telnet even though you block telnet? The blocking happened at the port level. telnet normally runs on port 23, but you are making the connection to port 80. So it means that we close if any port which is associated by default to any system, we can use an other open port to connect to the system. In fact, if you run a telnet server on port 80, your current rules would allow it. So it means like we used port 80 and we were able to retrieve the header. Also, using the telnet client to connect to a web server cannot be distinguished from a normal web browser without some deeper analysis. At a superficial level, it looks exactly the same as a regular web browse. So let's switch back to the UFW VM. Delete your initial rule blocking SSH. It is no longer needed because you are actively blocking all incoming traffic. So let me go back to my and delete the rule 1. So I was prompted to delete deny 22 and I pressed 1. Um, so let's check now, and we can see that that port is deleted. So now in the next step, um, I have blocked all incoming traffic except for the protocols deemed essential. Now I will allow the firewall IP address to access to this server via SSH. For that, so I'll go back and I will allow this sudo ufw allow from 192.168.229.102 to any port 22. So this is a rule I'm going to apply on this. So let me read it one more time. Sudo ufw allow from the IP address to any port to 2. Rule added, and let me check the status. So here you can see that this um, server can access this server on port 22. So let me go back to the other server and try to access one more time 192.168.229.101 and so here I am able to SSH after I applied that rule, and I'll show you where I am right now, and this is 101 the uh, the target server. You can call it server 1 or the one we were previously accessed with SSH. Then we applied a rule, and access was denied the second time, and again we applied the rule, and now we are able to access this server. So guys, this is all I have. So to recap this activity, uh, we have one server, and we in the beginning we did not have any rule applied, and UFW was stopped, so any server can access to the target server without any problem. And then we set it up rules. We deny incoming traffic and open only the outgoing, and then the access was not completed from the other server because we applied the rule. And then we open one port and try to connect to the target server again, and we were able to access it via the telnet on that open port. And then we specifically set up a rule on IP address of the second server, so we allow that server to access via SSH on this one, and we successfully able to connect again. Guys, this is all I have on this topic, how to set up firewall with UFW on servers. If you have any question or comments, please go to the comment section below. Also subscribe this channel and press bell icon to receive new videos prompt notification. Thank you. Bye for now.